So, I thought I'd make a little video of the wheeler here. We got it done. We're actually camping up south of the boundary waters, north of Finland, Minnesota, doing a bunch of riding and making sure the bike is what we want. And things are going well. Thought I'd do a little walkthrough, show you what I did to this thing. If anybody's got any questions, I can certainly try to help. Made a lot of modifications. In fact, I don't think anything's stock. Let's just start from the top and work our way down. Put a set of ODI pink grips on it because obviously pink is the theme. This is our light switch, so we'll turn that on. This thing's got full headlights, got LEDs hiding under there, and we got a brake light, more LEDs under there. Can't really see a whole lot, but the light system's working great. We put a Pro Sport lithium battery in it from Motorsport, and boy, we rode last night in the dark for quite a while, and this thing is still starting good and not losing any charge, so the headlights don't seem to be an issue. Back to the top end, put the set of KTM 50 bars on here. They were way too low. So then we put a set of Rocks Speed FX risers, 2-inch risers on here, and that was the ticket. It just fits her perfect now. 2-inch riser, great. 3-inch riser, I think you would have some real issues with cable length. Everything was long enough with the 2-inch riser. With the 3-inch, you're going to be looking for some longer cables. What's that other thing up on the dash? We got 3.3 hours on the fresh build since we've been up here. So that's pretty much the handlebars. Got an hour meter with the tack, pro taper bars, ODI grips, and Rocks risers. And we'll follow that stem down. And we've done some changes down here. These are now EPI 10 millimeter by 10 millimeter tie rod ends. The tie rod ends on this thing were just garbage. I mean, they were hard to work with, couldn't do anything. Changed out those tie rods, really like those. Inside these bushings, we are now running the nice CNC brass bushings for a 350 Banshee. Those fit really nice. What really sucks on these things is this single I-arm front suspension. I think this is absolutely junk. It's a joke. So what we did is we made a multi-link. There's an ear welded to the frame here, and then we made a set of tabs right here. And this is a tie rod from BMI Carts in Ohio, 6-inch tie rod. That has made a difference. I mounted mine really straight. If you mounted that inside here and had more angle on it, you'd have less bindage issue. I danced with the devil. I did it as straight as I could because I built a skid plate here to protect everything. These come without a skid plate, and that's not a good idea considering what we ride in. So we've definitely upped the game with a 3/8 UHMW skid plate. You might have noticed the shocks. Let's go on this side. You can probably see it better. These are D&M AOY 36 RCs. These are mountain bike air shocks. And friends, you can see where this is. We actually have a set of front shocks on this thing that work. They are dynamite. I watched her yesterday behind me, and it's soaking up the bumps. The front shocks that come on this thing are just absolute junk. So best upgrade. These are a nightmare. Okay, it comes with 2 ferrules. You got to cut them in half. You got to drill them out. This is 24 wide. Got to go in a 22 hole. Takes a little bit of goofing around, but man, worth every bit of it. We're just running a set of LED fog lights from eBay, and that's just really, people, that is a piece of 2-inch angle iron, goes into the stock bolt hole, and right there, the tabs for the original mount hold everything in place. She busted the battery box running into me, so that's just a chunk of aluminum bent over. We got a little battery power switch right here so that if I do have to charge the battery, I can turn off the battery and not fry the voltage regulator. You might like this sweet factory 43 bumper. That is the coolest thing. And not only is it cool, I'm going to show you how tough that son of a bitch is. This is where she ran into the trailer yesterday and dented it. And there's not a mark on that bumper. So, oh, there is. There's one mark right there. Look at that. She did put a nick in it. Anyways, the bumper works. We've done a little torture testing. So I think that's pretty much covers the front end. I replaced all of these. These are all dry rotted. 2021, and every rubber bushing was dry rotted. So that kind of covers the front end. We'll go back over here. We're running AMSOIL. Everything in here is AMSOIL. We got AMSOIL in there, we got AMSOIL in there, everything else has AMSOIL grease in it. Where are we going at? We got a Canon air filter on a Big Gun Evo exhaust. I'm running the stock Pilot Jet. It's a little finicky, but it's lean on the bottom end, and it'll carry the front end. Little bastard rips. Got a 65 main jet with the needle lifted. I'm on the air screw pretty often. Biggest problem with these little YFZs is there's no air screw. Well, there certainly is. If you look right there, there's your air screw. Take your Dremel tool, cut a groove in that SOB, and you can adjust your air. You might see some other differences here. See, these two things are blocked off right here and right here. That's because I got ripped off that whole air induction system. All that pollution crap is gone. The only thing you have to do is make sure you take one of the hoses, and I just ran a, hang on, come off of there. So then I just ran one of the hoses that came off the air induction system, and that goes right back here to a filter from AutoZone. So that covers how we're making this thing breathe. And then I'm going to go back here. I put Duro Thrashers on the front, AMS Swamp Foxes on the back. These tires are the absolute bomb. These are 16 by 8 by 7s. The reason I say they're the bomb is because I got them on every wheeler. They're on every wheeler at home. They are on everything I own, and they are so tough, and they hook up so great. I just absolutely love these AMSs. There's an Enjoy seat cover on there, and LED lights back here. We covered up the shock. That's the stock shock. It's got a sock on it because basically I think it's ugly, but you know what? It works. Not much difference back here. These are a set of Diamond J wheel spacers. They're 2-inch, and it's seemed to really make a difference. She's doing really good out here on the trails. They're really washed out. We've had a lot of rain, so you got to really be on it when you're going up these washed out trails, and these wheel spacers are making a huge difference. And then I stayed with the stock gearing. That's a chain from Motosport. It's just a heavy duty 428 chain. I can't remember. It's got stock gearing. I can air up these AMS Swamp Foxes to really change the gearing that way. But I think I'm going to change that too. So there's been quite a few changes on it. The pink frame was done by Pro Blast in Keewatin, Minnesota, and that's epoxy paint. This stuff is amazingly tough. I just couldn't be happier with how they did that. So if anybody's interested in part numbers, where I got anything, don't go to Sigma 6 Jet Kit and have them send you a couple of the wrong jets for an outrageous price and get no help from them. Literally, I'll give you the part numbers. You can buy the jets from Dennis Kirk for $3.35 a piece, and there's no headache. I can put all that in the comments and let you know any part numbers if you need them. The only other thing I guess I could say is we're running VP race fuel in this. It's running VP T4, and the T4 is formulated for stock to slightly modified wheelers, which fits this one to a T. Boy, it seems like there should be some more things to talk about considering how many months I worked on this thing. Oh, there's Moose carbon brake pads in there, front and back. That's about it. That's the rig. So if I can help anybody with some parts numbers, feel free to throw it in the comments. Biggest upgrade on this thing, in my opinion, is that rocks riser to get those bars where they should be, and those front air shocks. 150 bucks. Are you kidding me? That is the biggest, most amazing improvement on this piece of junk that you could ever imagine. So there it is.